Hey guys, I know a lot of you've been expecting this video, and I apologize for the tardiness in making it to show how I do my winter sowing. And trust and believe, I'm no expert. I'm just taking what I've seen on YouTube and applying it. And I did some last year, and it turned out really well. So this year, I've decided to expand it. Um, So the first way I'm going to show you is using a bottle. I need to get my soil together. I like using potting mix. Let me come over here too close. I like, this is Fox Farm, and I also like Coast of Maine potting soils. They're the best. The other big box potting soils that we all use, I don't care for them doing this. And I got a batch of that, and it's got a bunch of bark in it, so just be careful when you get your potting mix. So because I ran out and had to go get some other, I picked up what they had, and it has all these sticks in it, so you don't want those competing with your seeds when you do this. So be sure to try to pick them out as much as possible. Yeah, this is a pain in the bum, but again, you don't want your seeds trying to struggle up against all these sticks. And then what you do is moisten the soil. You want it to be moist, but not like sloppy wet. You guys can see. And I'm just mixing it up here. Y'all, I'm no content creator, so bear with me. Yeah, there's so many sticks in here. But you just mix it up so that the soil's moist when you put the seeds in there. Still a little dry. These things are stabbing me all in the hand. So be careful when you start. Make sure you have enough soil. And then you won't be going through this. Look at that big old stick. And I get Coast of Maine and that Fox Farm soil from garden centers, like family owned ones. Like I got it here in Mount Vernon at Foresters. And also I get soil from, oh, I just drew a blank. Oh my goodness. I'll come back to it. I can't even think of the name of the place. But they also might have it, I think I've seen it at the cocoa one at Rural King. Okay, I'm just gonna quit going through sticks for time's sake. But you take this, make sure that you have holes poked in the bottom. You cut it almost in half, but you leave a little hinge that you can open and close. And then you fill it with soil. And in this one, I'm going to plant zucchini. So here's my zucchini that I'm using. I hope this isn't backwards. Probably is. Again, I told y'all I'm no content creator. But because these are bigger seeds, I usually put about 5 or 6, like one in each corner and then one in the middle. But I might go ahead and just put 9 in here, because once they grow and sprout, you can separate them later into individual containers while they continue to grow. So that's what that looks like. I have one in each corner and then down the middle. And then you want to have a mister, and you mist the seeds. And then the squash packet says to cover them a 1/2 inch deep, 1/2 to 1 inch deep. So I just add, well, press them down in the soil just a tinge. And then I just add soil on top to cover them. Okay, so they're nice and moist, and I just mist one more time. And then I have a label. I always label one to go inside so I know what it is. And then I just use, I ordered these off of Amazon, just some markers and the label set. These are 6 inch long. I also have some that are 4 inch long, but I like the longer ones better. And then, let me move this out of the way. I take this and I close it up. And then I take these gloves off. My duct tape. And just seal around the edges. You want to make sure that you seal up that cut really well, because this is going to act as a mini greenhouse and you don't want any air coming in. Oh, I don't need this top either, because that's how it gets watered when it's outside. There'll either snow in there or rain in there, and it also doesn't allow it to get too hot. And I have already made 6, 12, 18, probably about 24 of these that are sitting out on my patio. On my deck, I would show you, but they are totally buried in the snow, so you wouldn't be able to see them anyway. Okay. And I'm extra, so this is probably overkill because it's covered, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Okay. And then because my penmanship is so bad, I use my computer and just printed off labels to stick on here instead of writing. I was writing them and they got old. So and then I just take some clear packing tape and stick them on there. And that's ready to stick outside in the snow. And they'll stay dormant until the weather conditions are right. And then they'll start blooming. And then when they get big enough, you just take them and separate them into individual containers or put them in the ground if you're ready to plant. So that's that. Now what I'm doing this year that's different, I decided I wanted to be able to share some seeds. So I saved everything, but in my greenhouse I had these, so I said I would go ahead and plant these out so that I can share them with other people. So I'm gonna just fill, and I just stuck the labels on with duct tape. Again, just printed them out. So this one's gonna be Tucker's Sweet White Corn. And this is that same moist soil. I'm just filling up each of the cells. And again, be sure to try to get as many sticks out if you get bad soil instead of the good stuff. Wow, there's a big stick in there. Yeah, this is terrible. And the other soil is expensive. Oh, the store came to me. Oakland Nursery is where I normally get soil. But it may seem like it's more expensive. Well, it is more expensive, but it's worth it. And also when you're planting your veggies, be sure to invest in good soil, because if your soil isn't good, then your plants won't be as nutritious as they could be. All right, so I got this all filled up with soil. And then I'm doing corn. I ordered these seeds from Layman's, which is an awesome Amish kind of store. And they have so much stuff. And it's really a cool place. So if you get a chance to visit, you should. They're not open on Sunday. And there's a ton of Amish things there. So I'm planting 2 in each cell. Figure one of them will survive. And then if they both survive, you can just separate them and you have 2 plants. Okay, so there they are with all the seeds. And then I'm going to mist again. I love my curl mix mister. And then, I'm just gonna cover them. I'm gonna have to go get some new dirt because this is terrible. It's not even worth the headache. It's that little saying, when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So, all right, so that's all planted. And I'm gonna give it a mist again one more time. Okay. And what I'm doing for these is I have a really big container that I've poked holes in the bottom of, and let me see, set this up some. I poked holes, and what I'm gonna do is sit these down in here, and then I will close it with the lid, which also has holes in the top so that the rain and snow can get through. And I'll just sit this outside too, just like I would the clear bottles. So, let me try to do this. Sorry, y'all. But here's the container. Here is... Ooh, y'all ain't gonna ask me to make no more videos. Here is that in there. Yeah, so that's it. All right, I hope this was helpful.